What's going on, guys? Pain and Smile here. Today in this video I'm going to be going on a little rant of something that I feel very strongly about, and I'm going to be talking about the whole Snow White situation with the live action Snow White, right? So a lot of you probably don't know this, but I am a very big Disney fan. I've been a Disney fan since I was a kid. I love all the original movies, and I like some of the newer movies. Some of the newer movies. Disney hasn't been coming out with a whole lot of bangers lately. I will say, when they did the live action remake for Beauty and the Beast, I loved that movie. They kept it as close to the original as possible while still making it a good live action movie, and I love it. Now, I don't care that Disney is trying to add some diversity when it comes to their casting, right? But I also feel like they're leaning too hard into it. I feel like Disney was more inclusive before they actually tried to focus purely on diversity, when they actually wanted to. Sorry, someone outside just going down the street with a loud ass engine. Disney had a better inclusivity when they were trying to tell an actual story versus when they were just trying to hire people of color to play characters that they don't need to be playing. But I am going to say this. I don't care if they hire people of color to play certain characters if it doesn't matter to the story. Like The Little Mermaid, live action remake, for example. Even though Ariel was white in the original cartoon, and even though she was probably white in the book that was originally created by the Brothers Grimm, she was not given a physical description of how she should look. She's a mermaid, okay? Mermaids can look like damn near anything. So it's okay if Ariel was black. And I didn't mind the live action remake. It was a bit dark. The entire movie was a bit less vibrant than the original, but the movie was fine. I forget her name, but the actress that played Ariel, great actress. She played the role just fine. But when it comes to Snow White, when she's given a physical description of how she should look, you should try to follow that description because it makes sense to the actual story. In the Snow White original book, written by the Brothers Grimm in 1937, the description of Snow White is as follows: skin as white as snow, lips as red as blood, and hair as black as ebony. You kind of have to follow that description of Snow White if you're going to be casting Snow White. It's okay to have a Latina person play Snow White. The only issue is you kind of have to be whiter than paper. You have to be as white as this wall behind me. That's just how Snow White is. Not only that, but they also changed the story of Snow White so much to where it's not even Snow White anymore. It's full of all this woke bullshit instead of staying true to the original story. True Love's Kiss is not in the new movie. I haven't even seen the new movie. I don't want to. It's not Snow White. It's not. True Love's Kiss is not in the movie. I don't care so much for the fact that they use CGI dwarves instead of casting actual little people. That doesn't bother me too much. But they changed the whole story, especially when she goes into their house, into the dwarf's house. She is telling them to clean their own house. I wish a motherfucker would come in my house and tell me what to do. I don't care that you're a woman. Why are you in my house telling me what to do? Why is anyone not saying anything about that? In the original Snow White, she cleaned because she was a good person. I can't remember exactly what the dwarves did for her after, but she cleaned because she was a good person, a good-hearted person. And now, the new movie is just full of this anti-woke or anti-men woke feminist bullshit because, girl boss, girl power. That shit pisses me off. Like, I'm all for feminism. I'm all for, everyone being equal. But traditional feminism and modern feminism are not the same. And all this girl power, girl boss bullshit is proving that. How are you going to change the story of a classic? Disney, you should be staying to your roots of, Disney princesses and Disney this, that, and the other. Stay to your roots. Don't try and create, feminist crap. Disney is more or less for kids, and it should be. Of course, Disney can be for everyone, but let's be real, it's more or less for kids. Kids don't need to be learning about all that shit. Little girls are gonna grow up and think it's okay for them to tell men what to do like that. It's not. I don't know. Maybe I'm taking this all out of proportion. I'm sure the movie's fine, aside from the things I'm talking about. I'm sure Rachel Zegler is a good actress. But not only was she not the person to play Snow White, in my opinion, she also openly trashed the movie and the director and Disney as a whole in interviews, and also told people who voted for Trump to unalive themselves. She told people to kill themselves because they voted for Trump. So yeah, there's a lot of factors that come into not liking the Snow White movie. And I feel like, think of it like this, right? People are saying that it would be okay to cast traditionally white characters as darker skinned characters, right? But try turning Tiana from Princess and the Frog white. How do you think that would go? People would lose their fucking minds. They would go ballistic. It's like, oh, but you can't do that. She's one of the few black characters. And y'all are doing it with every other white character. But also, here's the thing. You can't make Tiana white because there is a culture standpoint in that movie that prevents her from being anything other than some type of black. So there's a reason why she can't be a different skin color. There's reasons why Snow White can't be a different skin color. When it comes to live action, you can cast anybody you want to play that character. But when they have a physical or cultural description of what they're supposed to look like, you can't change that because then it's not the same person. Just imagine if Tiana from Princess and the Frog turned white in the next live action movie. Oh, but they wouldn't do that because that's racist, right? But yet it's not racist to cast a character whose physical description is white and then make her darker skin. Because that makes sense, right? I don't know. Let me know what y'all think on the whole situation. I think they need to completely redo the entire movie, and Disney needs Disney needs a real big slap in the face for all the bullshit they've been doing. I can't stand it. The last movie that came out that I actually enjoyed from Disney, and I'm talking about like pure Disney, not Pixar, not Marvel, like just pure Disney, was the Sleeping Beauty live action remake. Not no, not Sleeping Beauty. Beauty and the Beast. I'm an idiot. The Beauty and the Beast remake was the last good movie that I watched from Disney. And how long ago did that come out? That's saying something. So let me know what y'all think on the whole situation. I think it's just ridiculous that people are trying to accept this whole woke bullshit girl boss shit. I mean, it was even in the Barbie movie. I didn't mind the Barbie movie. I thought it was okay. But even all like the girl power woke crap got too much. That's not what Barbie's about. And even though I like the movie, I will openly say that it's supposed to be Barbie and Ken. They're supposed to be together. That's the entire point while they exist. But yet, it's still the whole thing of, I don't need no man. Because that's definitely okay to teach kids, right? For sure. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think of the whole situation. I'll answer as many comments as I can. Oh, thank you for listening to my rant, even though I'm sure this isn't going to get a whole lot of traction. I just wanted to vocalize my thoughts. Thank you, and peace.